Thank you for becoming a customer of Game Planner Pro. What I want to do here is take a moment to show you what you're going to be looking at as you enter into the application for the very first time. Now, when you enter into the application for the first time, you will not have any game weeks pre-filled out for you. So there will be blank information here. So what you're going to do is begin by adding a new week. The first thing you do in here is name your opponent. Then you select the date. Then you can begin to enter your plays. Now, all of these fields here are required for each time you enter a play. The wrist is required 100% of the time. That's so that the play can be named even if you misspell something later on down the line. The play is named the same throughout that given week, and it's the same wrist number. So that's important. So the wrist is mandatory. The first play you enter will be wrist number 1, because wrist number 1 will be this play here from the left hash mark, and then the same play applied to the right hash mark lineup. So this one is actually wrist number 2. The next play that I enter will then be wrist 3 here in the entry field, because 1 and 2 will be taken up by left hash and right hash play call. Personnel package. Let's go with the base package. We'll start off with iPower right on the left hash, iPower left from the right hash. Categories are going to be base run, second and long run, third and medium. Let's call it a red zone run. Let's call it an end zone run, goal line run, short yardage run. Basically what I'm saying is this is one of my most important plays right here. So now that I've entered all the proper fields, I have the wrist in, it's required, personnel is required. Obviously the name from both the left and right hash is required, and then the categories are required. I can click Save Changes, and I can see that those plays have been filled out in their appropriate categories or situations below. I can also see a running count of how many I have left to use in these different situations. The coaches that founded Game Planner Pro and came up with the product years ago realized that they could only practice and then call in a game a certain number of plays. So they figured the sweet spot number there is about 60. So Game Planner Pro allows for 60 different plays, and you'll see the situations that are used, and the likelihood that you're going to need a base run is higher than the likelihood that you'll need a third and medium run. So it's designed so that you can fit into your practice plays that you know you can become good at, as opposed to flooding the playbook or that weekly game plan with a number of different plays that you probably won't run. This is succinctly designed so that these are plays you will practice and become good at and then run in the game. So it gives you a running count of how many you have left here in the individual fields. Now let's go ahead and enter our second play. Again, it's called wrist 3, because 1 and 2 are represented by the left and hash of the first play we entered. So this is 3. Personnel package, let's go 20. Okay, we've got a pass play that we've entered here, the left hash formation, the right hash formation. Let's choose some categories for this to go into. Second and long pass, third and medium pass, third and long pass. And we'll work with those for now. Let's also call it a base pass. And again, we've entered the wrist, mandatory, every time I enter a new play. Personnel, that's mandatory every time I enter a new play. The names of the plays from both the left and the right hash, and the categories. Save the changes, and you can see that this has also then been populated. Now what does this look like as it's happening? If I go back to game plans, the week that I was entering was Mount St. Joe's. I could click on this to get back to the editing screen. But let's take a look what we've done so far. I've started to enter my wristbands. So you see those are entered into to the wristband exactly as we said. 1 and 2 are represented by the I power call. The trips right and trips left. Z cross play is 3 and 4. So we have wristband. Game day call sheet is populating as well. It's beginning to fill in the spots. Practice script 1 populating as well. This is for the first day. These are base plays that I'm going to be running most frequently, so that I practice them on day 1 and install them on day 1 so that I can get more repetition with them during the week. Practice script 2, a little bit more situational calls, goal line runs, end zone runs, red zone pass, etc. And so you can see that the practice script for day 2 is filling out as well. And so now all I have to do for this opponent in this given week is go ahead and fill out the remainder of the plays. I have 12 more base runs to add in here. I have 7 more base passes. And then you can see in each spot here the situations and how many plays are applied to each. And that is how you use Game Planner Pro. So remember, wrist is imperative, personnel is imperative, names from both the left and the right hash is imperative, and choosing the categories is also imperative. Click Save Changes, and you're done for that particular week. It's as easy as that. So enjoy the product, and remember to email support@GamePlannerPro if you have any questions.